Welcome back to Finnegan's Farm, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and welcome back to our Workshop Wednesday. My name is Paul, and this is our team.
Hi, I'm Sean Keogh, and I'm the apprentice mechanic.
Hi, I'm Mick, and I'm the mechanic.
Hello, I'm Marco, I love to weld. This is Bruce, this is Blake, them is two best students.
Well, what's the story? I'm Kaylem, I'm the apprentice mechanic.
Hello, I'm Connell, and I'm the one that has to make these guys look good.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to the videos and comment what you want. Just put it in the comments list and we'll get back to you. So, in for repair today we have our John Deere 7810. We also have our McConnell hedgecutter. We have a diesel forklift there, the Mitsubishi forklift. We have our generator there which we replaced, and we also have a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of washing going on there after all the bidets. So we'll head over to the 7810. We have a 7810 exhaust box, a little bit rattly, took the cover off it, found the problem.
Yeah.
What was the problem?
Brackets, both sides broke, what's hold this box, so you see.
Yeah, a good bit of strain sometimes can come on these because they're very big exhaust, they're heavy. If any of the bushings get loose or anything in that, although I don't think they did, but I mean what can happen is you get a little bit of vibration coming through, and we have seen this a good bit on the 7000 series, on the 78s and 77s, so we'll get it over to the vice there and we get the car sorted. Yeah.
New brackets, well?
New brackets, that's it, right? So we have the exhaust box on the bench here. Explain, Marco, there what you're going to do.
Yeah, put back this bracket, it sits perfect. So we're gonna use mix welder, is 0.8 wire, because you see it's very light, it's, you know,
so if we had the big welder, it would just blow? 1
mil just blow through the, yeah, so we're gonna use Michael's welder, be nice, good job to weld this. This one, I have bracket made already. We use this big welder because need good strong weld, to hold this. Because it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy enough.
Yeah.
Hey, 7810 in, front hub seal, leaking a bit of oil.
Yeah, well it wasn't actually the hub seal now, it was our half shaft seal.
Okay.
Say into the hub, because you have your two small seals on the drive shaft, but then you have your actual hub seals. So we weren't looking at them, because generally if your bearings are starting to go, then they'll bust the seals and be leaking there. But like you can see, there's two different spots, so they can leak. So we were leaking, if you had this on full lock, you might see a bit better. But here's our drive shaft coming through, and there's a small seal here on our axle, and there's a small seal in the centre of the hub, and we were looking at the small seal in here this time. But if our big seals or our bearings are starting to go, then out here where our flange is actually turning on our hub is where we'll see oil starting to come out. So we've another tractor here now in the yard, which we do have to do 2 of them on.
What's the main cause of that, Kaylem? Would it be just the seal would get hard, would it?
Well, on these is a little dust cover, and the dust cover was to get damaged or just over time in general. But them ones are kind of a freak thing. But with the big seals will be if your bearings are starting to go.
Yeah. What was that? Wheel off, hub off?
Yeah, just wheel off, 2 kingpins out, pull the hub off, and change the seals, put it back together. It's not a major to them ones. But if you're doing a bigger seals, it would be fairly intense work. Right, we get set to work here now. So me and Mick are taking out our kingpins and put off our hub. Now here we have our new seal which we're going to fit. We already after moving it, and we have our dust cover now as well, which sits onto the end of the drive shaft. So I'm just here punching in the new seal now with a brass punch, and here's our dust cover then for our drive shaft, and we're ready to go back together here now. So yeah. Now, so we're fitting our hub back together now, so we're just lining up everything here now, myself and Mick, and we also just forgot before we put it back together just to clean out the inside of the bloody axle, which look, we'll do it here now anyway. So a bit of brake cleaner and a scrape, or just put in a fresh bit of grease and get it all back together. And yeah, so here putting our kingpins back in here now, so just run it down with the ratchet to keep it nice and square. And of course then after that we'd have to talk with the FT with the big Milwaukee gun, as you do. And Mick just put on the track rod end in at the end and put our wheel back on, that's us.
Any other eye leaks?
Find that just behind the number plate up here, we can see. So this is where we have our detent. So we can, on the levers, you can change them between, so they click into a position, or they'll just like a spring and they let go.
Yeah.
And there's a wee O-ring in there that we found to start leaking on them. That's the highest spot in the tractor now where we can see it leaking from. And I'm not just too sure which one. We'll have to clean it down and have a look, but I'd say that's nearly where
it's running the whole way from the high point.
Well, we look to be leaking from our spools too, so that's not helping, but I will have to give it a good wash and change them first, and then we'll be able to see more.
Okay.
So that's about it on this tractor, I hope.
So in here we have the Mitsubishi 2.5 ton container spec forklift, given a few issues there. You find out, honey, the problems, Mick?
The problem he's having is when he engages forward there, that light there comes on and drive stops. Now I've tried connections now on the forward and reverse switch. I didn't do levelly on the transmission, I won't do that before we're sure, but I'd say there's 16,000 hours or so, I'd say chances are all the times that's been back and forward.
Yeah.
In what?
Yeah, there is a bit of play on it there too, isn't there? You can just see a bit of...
I don't think there's much you can do with that.
No. So we'll just probably have to get a new one,
yep.
Replace that one, and hopefully that will
cure the
solve
problem.
the problem.
Get it out of it, folks. Well, I better not leave this here.
Yeah, okay.
I assume there has to be for it to rotate.
Yeah. So we've Alan Clarke in again. Actually, you've been in a lot of these videos.
I break anything this
what's the story? Why are you in the workshop video for?
I'm preventing something getting broke here now. So
oh yeah, doing a bit of hedge cutting.
The verges, so
doing the verges,
moving the roller down a bit, so I'm not
just doing the verge outside the yard there. It's a bit hard to see on the way out, so just going to trim it back a little bit on the verge just to see. So what have you to do? Move bolts here, is it?
These two bolts here, top and bottom, I just pull the roller out a bit.
And you didn't get the hydraulic version, no?
No.
That wasn't in budget, no?
No, the budget was blown.
Wouldn't buy it for you?
No.
That's Kevin Shannon, that's Midloading again,
that's Kevin, he wouldn't throw it in, you know?
Yeah. Flails look good in it.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Simple T-shaped flail on these. Ideal there for the good heavy duty flail on it. So I'm going to move the roller up there, just saves the flails from getting a bit of a... Although I was a good driver there, generally you don't have to adjust them there, you know, you can see it floating there.
Just needs a nicer job when the roller is down.
He's a lot to learn, yeah, Kaylem, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Not
just as good as myself.
Yeah. Well, and you keep tightening them there. So Alan Clarke was looking for a little bit of a hand there with the hedge cutting. He just wants someone to swim around the poles there and things like that. He's not getting tight enough with them.
I think it means more the stuff he'd be missing, I'd be doing all that behind them.
So this is as good as it's going to get here with the Kaylem Russell lad. We're just going to break him in gently there because he says he wasn't going to give him the good McConnell strimmer there until you've this one mastered here. So
you can start in the bush and walk your way up to the shovels.
There you said it, Kaylem. So plenty of work going on here in the wash bay as usual. Planting season's just finished off there now, and we need to get the destoners kind of cleaned up, ready to go. Yeah. So you'll be busy for the next few days, won't you?
You do.
And what will you do to the stars here? What happens or what?
There was twine wrapped around them and just bits of stuff wrapped around it, so we just cut it and tried to spend most of the morning trying to get.
So but the nature of the stars there, because it's spinning so quickly, they will pick up any little bits of twine and bits and pieces there. As you see, Evan is just cleaning them off. So anything else then, Evan, we'll say from a lubrication maintenance point of?
Greased all the main points around it and then just gave it a coat of diesel then just to preserve it over the winter.
Yeah, okay, well that'll just keep it, you know, it'll just keep any of the rust points there that there's nothing, lubrication, bit of grease, Job done. He's also washed back axle as well. There's always no harm to check the back axle, they give it a good wash, check for any cracks or anything like that on it. But we will service them, we will have them ready there before we put them away. So it's just get a good wash into them.
Blow all the
dirt out
over and then just wash it out.
Right, so that's only your first one you're starting on, so there's a long way to go. So in last week's video you would have seen Mick here, he was adjusting the tappets on the FG Wilson on the Perkins engine. Now we needed something to replace it while we were working on it. We had an old generator, it's a Detroit diesel.
V8, 2-stroke, turbocharged, supercharged, Screamer.
Screamer, is that the name of it, Mick?
I think they used to call them Screamers.
So it had been in storage out the back there for a number of years. We said we'd bring it in, we'd done a full service on it. We put an exhaust on it.
And started it up.
And we started up. So you'll see in the video what happened when we did start it up. A funny moment. But anyway, we got it going and we ran it, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do, scream.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely actually engine running, wasn't it?
Yeah, very clean. Even though seemingly they were bad for emissions, but it looks very clean.
And what's the history on? Did you read up or did you look into it?
To do a bit of
The Dublin Bus had them.
Dublin Bus ran them on the double-deckers for years. You'd always know them coming because they just howled, screamed.
But we have it up and running there, and it's absolutely flying there. So hopefully it keeps flying until we get this in service anyway.
Good emergency backup.
They were very popular in North America, seemingly. The one we have is from 1982, and first tip of the key, well maybe the second tip of the key.
It was 4,500 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 4.5.
Well, it had been
they look
for
original, yeah.
2 years probably, and she fired virtually instantly.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually on this farm here, it was on another site. We just happened to come across it. So look, you'll see the video of that there, walking away. It's just a bit of a stopgap there until we get this one back on the road.
You didn't video that.
So we did try to make a video there up close with the engine, but you can hear nothing at all, so we had to abandon that idea. If you have any comments there about the Detroit diesel engines there, maybe put them in the comments list below and we'll get back to you on it. Just a little bit more information, maybe some of the older generation might have come across
They were in the old original Forge harvesters, self-propelled. Kaylem was telling me the name of it. Was it a Fox harvester or something?
There is a Fox harvester, yeah.
I think they had it.
Yeah. So they're a quite popular engine. So yeah, if you have any comment there, throw it in there. So just before we finish up, a tractor run again taking place here. The Wolfe Tones, they're a club there outside Navan there. They're doing a tractor and vintage run on June the 19th there at Gibbstown football pitch. Air code is there, registration from 12 and it's starting at 1 o'clock. So look, it's a good cause. All these tractor runs are a very good worthy cause. Always have great charities involved in there. So get your tractor to vintage cars, wherever you have, get them down there and support your local club. So that's it from this week at Finnegan's Farm. We hope you all enjoyed the videos. Don't forget to subscribe. You will get a notification and it is free. So just subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments there, put them in the comments list below and we will get back to you. So from everyone here, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.